What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Yeah.
I am your host, Brandon. Alongside me always is Andrew and Chris.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Today, we've got a very fun podcast ahead of ourselves. It's best to tell people that it's going to be fun. That way, it raises their expectations, so we can let them down.
Yeah. We need a laugh track.
You need a laugh track.
Yeah, we need a laugh track.
We should have a laugh track. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about the Naked Gun movies.
Yes.
We've been talking about doing some Leslie Nielsen stuff for a little while, and we still got actually some more to talk about at a later time we want to do. But today we figured since he had 3 of them and plus Police Squad beforehand, we should talk about that. I can't remember. Police Squad was 1980. It was like 8 years before, wasn't it, or something?
It was like 82 or something.
Yeah.
They
Quite a while.
Reused a lot of stuff in the first one. Man, I don't remember like the first time I watched it, but I remember like watching this with my dad multiple times.
Yeah.
And just, man, laughing my ass off. Probably some of the best movies, some of the best comedies I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. I remember my grandma Kay took me to the theater. I don't remember if it was 2.5 or if it was 33 1/3.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one, but I know
That would have been awesome to see it through. Probably 33 1/3 because it was in 93 or 2 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I would have been probably too young to be going, but
Probably.
whatever.
Eh,
It was
whatever.
PG. It was
Yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah, not a big deal.
So whatever.
I don't know. I can't. I think I watched the first one first, maybe.
Really?
I can't remember which one I watched first.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, the second was a little hazy to me on like the actual plot. It's some kind of. I'm sure there's some kind of bomb or something. I don't remember exactly who was.
It was all the terrorist guys. They're talking about doing like efficient energy, like solar energy and stuff like that, and all the terrorist all the guys that own like the coal and the nuclear plants were like trying to steal the guy who was going to become the spokesman for the president.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Meinheimer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because they had the clone of him
Yeah.
at the end. They had
Tattoo of Whistler's mother on his.
yeah.
Well, no, it was a mole. It was a mole in the shape of Whistler's mother.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
What is this?
I remember George Bush being in this one more.
Oh yeah.
But it was George. It was the whoever
Senior.
Was senior. And that's whoever's playing senior.
Yeah.
Looked just like him though.
Oh, yeah.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
And the first one was about it's just about more than just finding Norberg's killer. There was more involved there. But I'm really hazy on all the plots to all these. Like it's been so long since I've seen them.
Well, and usually I don't know, like if everybody does this, but whenever I watch one, I usually watch all of them together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There was a plot about the Queen of England was coming to town, and somebody was going to kill her, and it turned out to be
That's right.
Reggie Jackson.
That's right. Reggie Jackson was the one that had the Watcher or whatever that they.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Well, that whole fucking scene was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
With him being the umpire undercover in the game. It's like everybody was just they throw the first pitch
before the catcher even caught the ball. Strike.
Yeah, he just got so into it.
Yeah.
Strike.
And then he starts patting everybody down because he needs to stall for time.
Yeah. The scene where he's on the rooftop, he's digging in the dude's office area or whatever for it was apartment or office or something for something, and it's catching the place on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And he's out there crawling, and he's these naked statues, and he's just he's like holding on to a dick like from the statue, and it breaks off, and he falls into another woman's apartment, and she's like, well, she's got a bra on, but after he already groped her, charging at her with the
innocently enough.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he would never do that on purpose.
Yeah.
I liked it from the opening when, they get Nordberg and then they pan across the water and his chalk outline is on the wall.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when he's going to get information from that dude in the docks and he's handing him the 20.
Yeah.
He ends up handing him 2 20s, then he hands him back.
Yeah, my memory ain't too good.
Yeah, it's like, all right. It's like, why do you want to know? He's like, I can't tell you. And he's like, how about this? He's like, I still don't think I should tell you. Well, how about this one? He's like, all right. And he tells him, and then he grabs him and ends up getting an extra $20 out of the deal. Then he hands him this. Can you spot me a 20? He hands him back and hands it right back. God, that's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing gonna ever top these movies to me. Like as
Probably
far as,
not.
but I don't think there's anybody who
Could pull him off.
Well, no one can pull him off,
No.
but I don't think anybody's ever going to top Leslie Nielsen. Like, he's
No.
one of the funniest dudes of all time.
No. I don't know if you put him in the running for the funniest man in the world that ever lived. I don't know who could beat him.
Which is funny because before Airplane, he was a serious actor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What, these action movies or dramas and something like that?
Yeah, maybe a little
I
both.
don't know. I never watched any of them.
I didn't either.
I just know that he was.
Yeah.
I don't know what possessed them to. I think it's because he was serious and that they wanted to deliver it so dry.
He's the best. He's the best at what
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he was. There's nobody else could deliver those lines as dryly as him.
No.
I don't think so, anyway.
No.
I mean, I've seen, there's quite a few newer actors that can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
But not to that degree.
No.
Not continuously.
No.
They couldn't do it.
It was a nice change from, it's kind of like, it's a lot of James Bond elements in there too.
Yeah.
You know, you have the hero, the cop who's got all these resources and stuff behind him, but he's just so clumsy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Mr.
tell.
Magoo.
I think and I think you could kind of tell that this is where Austin Powers got a little flavor too,
Yeah.
on top of parodying spy movies like James Bond.
Yeah.
I feel like that, anyway.
Yeah, I can see that.
This kind of done it first. Priscilla Presley, still smoking hot at this time. Not now, but still.
Well,
but I mean,
back then, though.
this was also 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But
I like the opening credits in all of these.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
too.
Sirens,
I do too.
yeah.
I do too.
I think it was 33 and a third where they drive through the bathroom. Isn't it?
I think
it
so.
might have been. They're all kind of run together.
I
Yeah,
think it is.
I know.
I think it's the last one where they drive through the bathroom.
One of them, they
That
drive
was
through a
hilarious.
woman's birth canal.
Oh
yeah.
I
Out
forgot
and out the other end. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Good Lord Almighty. The scene when they're at the beginning of the first one, or it's after Nordberg gets shot, and they're in the hospital, and his wife's in there just hysterically crying, worried about him going to die, and the doctor's all like, I think we're going to be able to save him. It's good news, and he comes in there and just makes it worse.
That ain't no way to die.
Yeah,
that ain't no way
yeah.
for a man to go.
No, there's no way to man. Yeah, you're right.
Caught in the gears of the combine. That's how I want
That's
it.
how I
Yeah,
wanna
yeah,
go.
yeah. Well, he said
Getting your nuts bit off by a Laplander. Right?
Yeah. Get your nut bitten off by a Laplander. Who the fuck says
That's
that?
how I want to go.
Yeah.
That's some good writing. That's good dialogue.
Oh, it's super good dialogue. And the delivery.
Yep.
Oh, hey, nice beaver. Oh, thanks. I just had it stuffed.
Who's
Robert
his
Goulet.
buddy? Who's his buddy? The
George Kennedy.
Yeah.
George Kennedy
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
He is.
Like he's not as funny, obviously. But he was
I mean, he
almost
fits really
he
well,
was
though.
really good.
Yeah, he fits
was
really well.
Really good.
He does.
And of course the murderer that got away.
Well, yeah.
He was funny too. In a slapstick kind of,
I think this is whole thing.
physical comedy thing, which I mean that's part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was like the hospital scene.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to see somebody folded in half. Whether it just is. I don't know. It's
Well, yeah.
and not anybody can pull off physical comedy because I've seen it done and it not work, and it happens a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially cleaner comedians try to pull off physical comedy, and it's just not funny
Yeah.
for the most part.
This first movie was the first of three special cameo from Weird Al Yankovic. He was in all of them. Pretty sure in this one he was the guy behind the door that had the gun on everybody, and he's was looking to make a getaway, and he comes in through the door and knocks him out.
Oh, he might be. I don't remember.
Station.
Wow.
Yeah.
He might be. Yeah, I think you might be right.
He's in all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And he ended up being ended up singing the theme to Spy Hard.
Yeah.
Too later.
Yeah.
In the 90s, later on in the 90s. Yeah. They're let's see. What was in the third? Who was it? Ed Ward in the third one?
Fred Ward.
Fred Ward. I'm sorry, Fred Ward. I see. He's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a ton of movies.
Yeah, and they were parodying Escape from Alcatraz with
Yeah.
him and Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like the third one, Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah. Ow.
Except for the whole her having a penis thing.
Well.
But I mean,
I take the good with the bad.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we all have our faults. You know, none of us are perfect.
I mean, in real life, she married a 95-year-old man.
Well, that's true.
However old he was,
That's
I don't know.
true. He was.
That's
pretty
weird.
old.
I don't care. Like it is what it is. You can do whatever you want in life.
Yeah,
I think, but at the same time, like I feel like you should be able to do whatever you want, but I should also be able to make fun of you no matter what.
Right.
And that's creepy and weird, and like really nasty. I think, you know, like Billy Madison. You know, when the kids go, "Did you see that guy's balls?"
Oh yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it would be.
It would be.
Or from, not to quote another Adam Sandler movie, from Big Daddy.
Yeah. 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 Just have fun with his old skin.
Old skin.
Yeah, loose skin and old balls.
Balls?
Christy Swanson.
Gross.
Christy Swanson's one of them.
God, she's
she's
so hot.
I know, and she kind of looked like Anna Nicole, just a little bit in a way, kind of similar.
Ow. Ow. God.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, oh well. I don't know. Yeah, back to our
regularly scheduled
back to
program.
Naked Gun. What's your favorite one?
My favorite one?
Yeah.
The next one.
The second one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the first one a lot, but the second one's definitely. There's so many good gags.
Yeah.
In the second.
I think the gags probably are a little bit better in the second one. Like they really just turned it up.
I think so too.
I think that was the one. Was that the one with there was? Well, I think it happens like every damn movie. But the runaway car, was that in the second one, or was that in the first one?
I can't remember which
That was the
one.
first
It
one.
seems
I
like
think.
there was a couple in it.
Wasn't
Well,
that the first one?
well, there's one where he hits like this some kind of scaffolding or something, and like there's painters or something up on the scaffolding outside the. I don't know if it's outside of the hotel or outside of the police squad or whatever, but he runs, he's going to pull in and he hits the scaffolding and then just gets out and then everybody's falling off the shit. It's not, I mean.
I think that is the second one. I think that is.
Because I know there's in the runaway one's just hilarious.
Yeah.
He gets out.
Anybody get the license plate?
Yeah.
Anybody see the driver?
He hits trash cans. The fucking airbags go off. He goes off so bad that it kicks out of gear. It rolls down. And him not even realizing it's his own car, he starts shooting the fucking car till it explodes.
There's so much good stuff in the second one. He's I can't remember Priscilla Presley's character's name right off the top of my head,
yeah,
which
I
I
can't
feel
either.
terrible for. But they've split up, and he goes to that
Jane.
yes, and he goes to that bar where they got the lounge singer across the piano,
Yeah.
and there's disasters all over the wall,
Yeah.
and people crying in their drinks, and I don't know how many times I watched the movie before I realized the waiter that waits on him turns around and walks away. He says, "Bring me a White Russian" or something like that, and he just looks at him and says no, and turns and walks away, and he's got his apron on. He's got no pants.
Yeah.
You have to watch every single inch of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is
Over and
something
over.
everywhere.
You're gonna miss
and you're going to have to watch the movie over and over again, too, to catch everything.
I actually listened to the commentary on this one because these.
Oh, did you really? I need to do
the
that.
Zucker brothers who did this are hilarious, and they said in a PG-13 movie, I don't know if it's the same, but back then you could either show boobs, once, or you could say the F word once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they got that out of the way right at the beginning. The lights arrest Zsa Zsa Gabor, and she goes, "This happens to me every effing time."
Yeah.
And slaps the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Zsa Zsa Gabor. Man, that was a huge running joke in the 90s in like every movie.
Yeah.
Like every movie. Even the fucking Beverly Hillbillies had that.
Yeah.
When she was in the lineup with the rest of them. God.
I think number 2 is my favorite too. I think it's the most solid.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I can't. It's hard to choose. Yeah. It's really hard to choose because I just love all of them. I think 3's really good in places, but I think 3 is the weakest. I like the first 2 better.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I do. I don't know. Maybe there's something about the second one that I really do like. Well, I tell you, 2 was the one where Nordberg's on the roof. And he turns like a Beretta into this huge anti-tank missile. Wasn't it? Yeah, that's
there at the end.
That's gold.
And
he just keeps adding shit. Everyone's in a firefight, and he just
Frank
sitting there
and the
just
one
adding
guy
more shit.
are on the opposite sides of a can, and they keep shooting at each other.
They're just shooting like a foot away from each other.
Yeah,
yeah, that's classic.
Revolvers. Shit. Boom, 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 boom.
Dude, the
boom,
fucking
boom.
assassin in the second movie with the suppressor on the revolver.
I'm telling you, the second one has the best parts.
I think so too.
The best one, I think.
And then he kind of looked like Gallagher a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
It's kind of scary.
Made a mess like Gallagher.
Yeah, he sure did.
Y'all want to see me smash some fruit?
God, that was sick. That's hilarious, though.
Yeah. Everything in the whole series is hilarious. Everything in all 3 movies is hilarious. But I think the second one is it.
The exchanges between him and Robert Goulet, where he's like, they're
Goulet, it's awesome.
Goulet.
They're all manning up on each other. He's like, "Yeah, I'm dating a girl who wrote a book on male erectile dysfunction. I'm sure you've read it."
Yeah. And I love that when he goes, well, I'm sure we can be adults about this.
Oh,
Mr. Poopy Pants.
Yeah. Isn't that right, Mr. Poopy Pants?
2's the one where they go into the porn shop too. Is this some kind of bust? And then,
And
then George Kennedy, he's got like a weed whacker with a dildo.
Yeah.
God.
Vincent Ludwig is the main villain in the first one. I was trying to think. Robert Goulet was the main one in the second one. Yeah. And I think Goulet was a better villain. I think he fit the franchise better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because him and Frank's they're both this dry but funny type. And the other guy's just the other guy should be in an actual villain in a real film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he would be better in that. I'm not,
Has anybody? Do you remember Will Ferrell's Goulet commercials?
Yes.
On Saturday Night Live. Yeah. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wasn't he in the Jaguar one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jaguar.
Jaguar. That wasn't. No, that was something else, wasn't it? Because wasn't it somebody? He was sitting in a bar calling it Jaguar. My Jaguar.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Jaguar.
I know they were always. Like it was a still set, and he was in a convertible. And and he's trying to sell his CD.
Yeah. Are they spinning him around or some shit? Yeah.
Robert Goulet. The other scene I just absolutely love is whenever they're getting ready to strike on the bad guys and they're having their meeting, and of course he goes up on the roof with the grappling hook and gets the dog. And he's got the code word when he gets caught. I love it, and they're frisking him down. And
I love it.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
They open him up, and he's got these reels on him. He's wearing a wire.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What's that smell? It's raw sewage. I've been swimming in it.
Yeah. That's me. I've been swimming in raw sewage. I love it. I love it.
Now, I don't think there's nothing holding number 2 back.
No, I agree. Yeah, and this was pre murder trial OJ.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, back when he was funny,
back when he was still funny, and everyone loved him.
I think his physical comedy in 2 was the best too.
Getting stuck under the bus.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Or it was a van, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was a
Yeah,
van.
maybe that's
it was a van.
Yeah, he was great in these movies.
Yeah, he's so stupid.
I have to give it to old OJ.
Yeah.
Give him some props.
Yeah.
OJ some props.
Yeah. If you can
Triggered.
if you can listen to this in prison.
Yeah. No, he's out now.
Oh, I thought he went back in.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Really?
Did he go get out just to go back in?
I thought so.
Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in.
No,
Yeah,
I think he went back in.
Was it because he admitted? They actually barely admitted. Like, if I did it, this is how I would have done it.
Oh no. They can't try you twice.
Well, I know. Well, like they could get you something else. They could
They
get you
could get you for something else, but they can't get you for murder once they find you innocent. They can't try you again. Which I mean, whatever.
But
I'm not a lawyer.
no, I'm not.
I just play one on TV sometimes.
Yeah. And you do a very good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna look this shit up. I'm gonna look this up because I got to know if he went back to prison or not.
I don't know.
Well, he got out. Well, he never went in, but he got off.
He did some time.
And he did time later on after.
Not for the murder.
No, but for the theft, like trying to
Yeah.
steal from himself or some shit.
Well, okay, so what OJ did, this is way off topic, but what OJ did to get thrown in prison was his ex agent had some items that he had signed, and he had those items for sale. Like they were personal items that OJ had. The agent said that OJ owed him money, and so he was going to sell those items. OJ found out where the guy was staying. He broke into the building, or the room. He was in a hotel room in Las Vegas, I think. But OJ and several other men broke into the room, beat the guy, put him in the hospital, and stole all the guy's shit.
Oh, okay.
And they got him on camera doing it. They got him on the phone leaving messages saying he was gonna do it. It was a done deal. Like there was every single type of evidence you could ever possibly want. So if he's out now, that kind of pisses me off because I mean he's gotten away with enough. Come on, let's put him away.
No, he's out.
Oh, he is out.
Yeah,
now.
he's out. Well,
That's awesome.
he had this interview in March. Everybody was pissed off about because he basically admitted it, and it was like during the tournament, the March Madness tournament or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Talking about prison, you want us to talk about 3?
Yeah, why not? The bad guy from 3,
Fred Ward.
he's got the perfect face.
Yeah.
oh yeah, to be a slimy bad guy.
Absolutely, he has
The old mobster type.
absolute perfect face for a bad guy.
Yeah, the old mobster type bad guy. Yeah,
and he even has the good voice for it too.
Oh yeah, he does.
Absolutely.
That old greaseball, like
Yep.
1940s or 50s bad guy.
Yep,
I like
gruff.
that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm trying to find out. There's supposed to be a new one, right?
A new what?
Naked Gun movie.
No,
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yep.
Can't do it.
I agree.
It's gonna be terrible.
I agree.
Who's gonna be in it?
Oh, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate.
Oh, I already know.
You're
I already
gonna hate
know
it.
I am.
Just give me just a second. I'll look it up.
I already hate it.
Y'all just talk amongst yourselves.
I don't even have to know who's in it to know that it's gonna suck ass.
Oh, dude, I promise you, it's gonna suck balls.
Oh, I know it will. No one can pull it off.
Well, my phone is acting like a jackass.
Like who can they get?
They'll cast one of Will Ferrell's buddies or something. You know
Really?
they will.
I don't know.
So it pulls up YouTube and starts playing a trailer. It's interesting. This is what you get when you have to go back to an old phone because your other one broke.
What's your favorite gag from part 3?
Ooh.
Ooh, dude, I don't know. Like everything at that award show was just top notch.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
When he was fighting with that older actress, I can't remember who it was now. And then he punch her.
Yeah.
Raquel Welch, is that?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. She tried to tried to get the envelope from him.
Yeah, he was
and, and he's pulling it back, and then she tried to pull it again, and he punched her.
When the guy behind the director or whatever, the producer was like drinking Pepto or some shit. I can't remember if he was like drinking Pepto. All right, everybody, great show.
I don't know.
That might have been from another movie, but
No, I think it was.
No, that was
that was it. That was all right, I guess.
I don't know. I really don't know what my favorite would be.
Oh God, dude, yeah, it's Ed Helms.
Oh gosh,
who?
Ed Helms.
Let me see a picture.
Okay, he's
from The Hangover.
from The Hangover.
Which one?
The dumb guy that's always getting condemned.
Yeah, he lost his tooth and he got the tattoo.
He had a
and
demon in
his
him.
Really?
glasses.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I know. He's supposed to play Drebin.
He wasn't funny in anything.
No.
The
he's
Office.
not. Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
And yeah, most
He
of
was like the fourth funniest. Really?
Yeah.
This has been kind of talked about since 2013. It said.
Ugh.
The reboot of the franchise was in development. Ed Helms starring Drebin and Thomas Lennon and Ben Garant co-writing the screenplay. However, on January 11th, 2014, they stated that the film would be more of a sequel than a reboot. So it's like a fourth one. March 2015, David Zucker referred to the film as more of a reboot than a sequel, stating that it won't have the same spoofing style as the original series, while disagreeing with the choice of Helms as the lead, saying, "I would want somebody who has never been in comedy." Well, I agree with that, but it needs to be slapstick. Like, it needs to be...
Yeah, it has to be.
In
Like-
August 2015, Helms gave an update on the film stating, "You have to make something that a contemporary audience is going to like. We haven't seen many of those
I hate
slapstick
that.
movies in a while, so I'm not sure what the right angle is on it." Then don't fucking make it.
Yeah, it sounds
don't
like a
make it.
mess.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess. It's
yeah.
already a mess. Well, okay, so Zucker stated in 2017 that he was working on a script for the fourth Naked Gun film with Pat Proft. I don't know who that is. And he described the film's plot as being about the son of Frank Drebin. I don't understand. What are you going to do? Throw all, like, cake?
I hope it flops.
Oh, I do too.
I hope it flops. They need to learn their lesson.
You're gonna put Priscilla Presley in there too with all of her plastic surgery and
Grandma Drebin.
yeah, Grandma Drebin. Ugh. Well, now, of many of feature films Proft has written, Wrongfully Accused is the only one he also directed. So he did write Wrongfully Accused,
Which was a pretty
which
good
is not bad, and it was Leslie Nielsen. So, was he the writer or okay? So he was an actor. No, he was a screenwriter for Police Academy,
Okay.
So he's done this kind of
Bachelor
thing.
Party, Real Genius, Naked Gun. Well, it was a Naked Gun. He wrote the Naked Gun movies.
Well,
So
that sounds promising.
that could be good, but you've got to get somebody who's going to be good enough.
Well, it it sounds like the production is just an absolute dog shit mess.
Well, yeah, it does. But I mean, okay, so I mean, obviously you can't replace Leslie Nielsen. You're never going to, ever. But even have his son, like who would be a good pick to play a dry, stupid slapstick kind of person? It's not Ed Helms.
no, it's not.
I just don't.
He is not.
He's
good at
he's
all.
kind of like more reminds me of Ben Stiller. Like he's good at awkward funny. If you put him in awkward situations, the situation's funny, but they're not funny. Which Ben Stiller's actually funny.
I was about to say Ben Stiller's actually funny.
He doesn't
Ed
get-
Helms is not.
I don't think they give Ben Stiller enough credit.
No,
I don't
he
think-
does.
I think-
no,
I think
no,
Ben
nobody
Stiller's
does.
very underrated.
And I've been known to talk shit on him.
I will talk shit on him
because
but
I think a lot of his movies are terrible, but a lot of them are really good too.
oh yeah,
Like he has a good ratio of bad to good.
well, if you watch his old show,
oh yeah, it's
if
hilarious.
you watch some of those in the skits and
Yeah.
stuff, they're hilarious. If
Yeah.
you watch how the dedication he does when he does like characters,
Oh, yeah.
like you've seen his Tom Cruise when he was Tom Cruise's
Oh, yeah,
stunt
yeah.
double,
Yeah.
hilarious.
yeah, absolutely hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That when he was Tony Perkins on
I was
Heavyweights,
just about to say heavyweights, hilarious.
which is like a White Goodman on
Yeah.
light.
Yep.
He was like a diet White Goodman.
yeah,
And White Goodman was one of the best characters. And then Tropic Thunder,
yeah,
Yes.
he was amazing. And all of them were great in that, though.
Yep.
That Robert Downey Jr. in that movie was just
Robert Downey? Well, no, he's too old now. But I was about to say Robert Downey could do a comedy seriously.
Yeah, I think
He
so.
could.
I think
He
so
could.
too.
I mean, there's several that could, but like young, unknown actors,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's really hard.
Got a better idea. Let's invest millions of dollars into an original idea.
Well,
Well,
I don't think that's ever
you're
going
not
to
gonna
happen.
have- yeah,
I
that's-
don't think it's
that's
ever
gonna
going to
happen.
happen again.
I mean, well, but here's the bigger question: can slapstick actually be brought back? To prominence.
Eventually, I think it could.
You think so?
At the right time.
I hope so. Because we've had some of the best stuff has been Which, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's the best stuff to me is parodies, and I mean, I like vulgar humor. I mean, I love Step Brothers and stuff like that. But but there's not a whole like parody movies and slapstick movies, which are kind of very similar, same thing almost.
Yeah.
Like Scary Movie, that's pretty slapstick in a way.
Yeah, I mean, really,
in a way,
if you really think about it, Scary Movie has been doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one wasn't.
Oh, the last
good.
2 or 3's been terrible. The first 3 were good.
Yeah.
The first 2 were really the best. But the parodies anymore, you know, it's pretty bad to say, but if the fucking Wayans brothers aren't doing them,
they're not.
Then they're not good.
And even if the Wayans brothers are doing them,
anymore, the second one was weak, but the first Haunted House was good. Did you watch Haunted House?
I watched the first one. I didn't watch
the first one. Was pretty decent. The second one wasn't the greatest. It was okay. The scene at the beginning where his dog got run over.
Yeah.
And him just running down the street, just crying.
I did watch the second one, I think.
Well, I think that was was that the beginning of the second one or the first one? I think it was the first one.
No, that was the first one.
Because they moved in.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, my girl's going to move in with me. Hey, baby, hey. And she pulls in and hits his fucking dog and he's running down the street crying.
The second one was it the first or the second where that Gabriel Iglesias was in it?
I think that's the second one.
Okay, yeah.
But,
I've seen both of them.
Shit, I don't know.
I think it was the second one. Because he had Jamie Presley was his girlfriend.
I think so.
The second one,
the first one,
Annabelle, because the movie Annabelle came out and he fucked the doll.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
And then the doll like keyed his car and shit. It was pretty funny. There
was a couple parts in the first one that I absolutely loved. I think they went upstairs in one and there was some shit going on in a room. He's like, no, I can't go in there. This shit's for white people.
Yeah.
And then there's another scene where she mouthed off to his cousin. He's like, I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. He called everybody Hummy.
Yeah. What up, Hammy?
Yeah, Hammy. What's up, Hammy? I don't know who that guy is, but he's hilarious.
Man, what did he used to be on? Was it Mad TV?
I don't.
He used to be on something like that.
I don't remember him. On
maybe not Mad TV, but something like that. Maybe something on Comedy Central.
But
anyway,
you know, he did 50 Shades of Black.
I didn't watch it.
And that was fairly funny. But there's not been any parody or slapstick movies that I can think of.
No, not
that have
really.
Been worth a shit.
Not really.
Or
houses.
And there's not even been very many.
No.
Man, the parodies of the horror movies are the best usually. Like here lately.
Yeah.
But they're not even. Some of them are not even that good.
Yeah. Most of the ones here lately just go more to the vulgar side.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're super vulgar. They're not clever enough in their jokes. They're way too corny, too easy jokes.
Yeah.
And they're
not serious funny.
They're not serious funny. They don't deliver. They're not delivered well.
Yeah.
It's for dumb people. It's dumbed down way too much.
It is.
And usually they're like a directed DVD type shit.
Yeah.
That's not good. You'll never get anything like these again, probably, but I hope so. Yeah. I hope so one day.
I don't know. Maybe the Wayans brothers will kick it back.
But do you think the world would be okay with it? Do you think,
I don't
know what I mean? Like movie watchers would be good with it anymore? That type of comedy, since they're so used to.
I don't know. That's really tough. Because everybody's changed from the way we used to be. You know what I mean? Like it. And some stuff doesn't change, even though it seems different to us as we get older. It's not different. It just changes its face. It's the same thing. It just changes a little bit. You know, I was talking to my dad a while back. He was talking about how, or he was talking about Westerns and how much better Westerns were than anything, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, superhero movies are just new Westerns. They are. I mean, if you really look at them, they are, I mean, they're mass produced. They're very generic, but everybody loves them. Everybody watches them. They're just like Westerns used to be.
Yeah. Well,
you got Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Guess what? You had John Wayne as every fucking cowboy ever. It's the same thing.
I mean,
he's in every movie.
Really, almost every plot to a movie, a decent action or drama movie, is a Western.
Yeah.
is a Western. It's just what's a different skin.
You got the good guy, you got the bad guy that comes to town, you got the good guy that kicks the bad guy's ass.
Yeah, or maybe the bad guy's running the town. I mean, look at
exactly.
Roadhouse. Roadhouse is a Western.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it is.
John Carpenter's movies, a lot of them are Westerns.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I mean, that's kind of what he always wanted to make.
Yeah.
Basic storytelling.
Yeah.
Just basic storytelling, and they just all started with Westerns because Westerns were the big deal back in the 50s and stuff.
But what my point
Spaghetti Westerns were.
What my point is that everything's the same.
Yeah.
It just, the face of it changed. And so whenever you get used to seeing this face, even though it's still the same product, or it's still kind of the same, the face changed, so you don't like it.
Yeah. Well, and I think another problem may be that we are far too politically correct to get a good, serious, clever, funny. Does that make sense? Well, because I do. Well, because here's the thing.
People still flock to non-PC though.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure, but I just don't know if it. But they don't cater to those people.
Oh no,
even though the majority, they're not catering.
Yeah,
to
most of Hollywood doesn't, but they will whenever they start seeing dollar signs.
Eventually, but it's going to take a while because now they're still worried about the loud minority.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Well, they are because they're still catering.
Some of them are. Some of them.
Most of them are.
But there's still
like Mel Brooks.
Even though they act like they're catering, they're still putting out non-PC stuff.
Well, sure.
Every day they do it. I mean, they're gonna do it. If it makes them money, they're gonna do it. They're total hypocrites.
Well, sure.
Which is good for us. It's good that they're hypocrites for us.
Well, I think they're just chasing the money. They're pretty consistent in that. I wouldn't call them hypocrites. We are the hypocrite. It's the people that are the hypocrites. Because it's the people who are going to bitch and then still go watch it.
Well, what I'm saying is that they're going to say, just like with gun violence, they're going to say, "Oh, guns are bad," and then they're going to throw guns in every single movie that they put out.
And people are going to go watch every action movie.
Well, yeah.
We're still going to go.
We want to see it.
Mission Impossible, the new Mission Impossible, $50-60 million, $100 million. That's what we're going to. It's probably going to be more 50 or 60, but I mean, like when you go back and you look at like old Mel Brooks movies, you're not going to get stuff like that anymore. Plus, I mean, a lot of the stuff come from the time.
Yeah,
you can get away with certain things in a certain time, but you can't get away with a lot of that anymore. And I just don't. I don't think you can get away with it to do it. And I also don't think there's anybody as genius as Mel Brooks.
Well, I don't think like the Naked Gun series. I don't think there was anything as racy as most of Mel Brooks's stuff.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I agree. But I'm just talking about the whole slapstick thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Naked Gun proves that you can do slapstick without being too racy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Other than the occasional boob groping.
Well, right. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it just can't be the same because it's still fart jokes and potty humor in a lot of ways too.
Yeah, it is.
And that's not. You just don't see shit like that unless it's super grotesque. Like you can get away with fart jokes, but you'll never get away with like the statue boob and then the real boob and then some girl freaking out and even though it's clearly a joke and the context is there, you're probably not going to get away with it
unless they did it on Netflix or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, and the people that are making movies now, they go way overboard on stuff. So even if it's not going to be a fart joke. It's going to be somebody getting shit on.
Right.
That's the way they are now. Like they have to one up something.
Yeah,
so
it's gotta be...
it can't just be a fart. It's got to be shit. Yeah. It can't just be somebody grabbing a boob and the woman freaking out and going back in the room. It's got to be somebody tearing her shirt completely off and showing her tits.
Yeah.
It can't be just funny. It can't just be
It's got to push it to the limit to where these SJWs really want to bitch about it or really can bitch about it.
Yeah.
Give them a lot of ammo.
Yeah. Oh, well, and not just SJWs. Like, I can watch Naked Gun with my son.
I mean, really? Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
It's not...
The racy stuff's going to fly over his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not even that racy.
No.
There's nothing in Naked Gun that it's too racy.
Well, there's just some...
I got into a Naked Gun movie as a very small child.
Was it the first or second one where him and Jane had protection
Where they put the whole condom
and the whole
like
and
the
there's
body
a huge
condom.
body condom on?
That had to have been the first.
Yeah,
one.
it
I think
was.
that was the first
It
one.
was.
That's
Yeah, they were
funny.
split up by the second.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid. That's great though.
Yeah.
As I was saying, these are a lot of like adolescent style jokes, I guess, but that's what I think. And what makes it so funny is because there's a lot of grown up, serious actors that are in this movie trying to be serious one minute, and then this older veteran cop, is always clumsy.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because he's serious the whole time.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah, he never laughs.
It's not tell a joke and then look at the camera and smile like everybody else is.
Yeah.
It's not Jimmy Fallon jokes where you tell a joke and then laugh.
Yeah, or Jimmy Fallon where he just laughs at the camera. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything somebody says he laughs.
Yeah. He is a serious actor that's doing funny stuff.
Yeah.
And that makes it funny. That makes it even funnier.
I don't know. I hope we can get it to come back.
You get a comedian to do those things, it's not going to be as funny.
Right.
I hope we can get it to come back. I really do. I don't know.
I don't have high hopes.
I don't either.
I really don't.
Well, it's just kind of like I think it's kind of the it's like the people who long the old people who long for the days of the Western. The Westerns they're used to.
Yeah.
You're just not going to see them the same anymore.
Because nobody can relate.
No one can relate.
No.
You can't. And it's funny because everybody around here can relate. Everybody you talk to, more than half the people it seems like would come in and they just don't make Westerns like they used to. I want to see a really good Western. And when you have something like Hostiles come out,
Yeah.
we've got a good Western now. But
Yeah.
then you had Gone Are the Days that come out a little bit, a few weeks back, and it's not good.
Really.
And then you've got this shit that Trace Atkins is trying to put out, and those aren't good.
Yeah. Low budget.
And another thing too, I think you don't have to go full on campy like old spaghetti westerns kind of are. But it's like every single western nowadays is R.
Yeah. Super serious.
Yeah, and it's over the top with language and shit.
Boy,
It's like I don't mind language obviously, but the western crowd doesn't want language.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and but
I don't think they understand that. I don't think movie makers understand it.
Well, I don't understand why, because the minute you put an R rating on a movie, you just killed the movie.
Yeah.
In the box office, like with most families, especially in rural areas that go to your movies, and maybe they're not worried about that, but if you put an R-rated movie, maybe not as bad as it used to be, but usually that meant it was that if it wasn't a certain kind of movie, it's the death of your movie.
Yeah.
I mean, NC-17 was an instant death of your movie.
Yeah.
Because no one can get in, or no one's gonna get in. No one's gonna go watch it because it's usually stupid.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is cut a couple things and get it down to R. But nowadays, if it's not an action film or a comedy with a certain actor in it, like Will Ferrell, somebody, or Danny McBride, that doesn't need to be R. Horror movies. I mean, there's horror movies now that are coming out that are PG-13 that are better than the R-rated ones.
Wow.
Insidious was PG-13.
Really?
I think Conjuring's R, maybe it's PG-13. But there are some really, really good horror movies that James Wan's putting out, who is a very good director, and they're all PG-13. They don't need to be anything else, which I'm not. If it was R, it'd be fine too.
They don't have to be overly gory.
Yeah, because it's a scary movie. But they don't. Yeah, you're right. Well, psychological thrillers are going to win the day every time because people want to be fucking scared. They don't need, like, Saw's run its course. You don't need gore.
Yeah.
In every movie.
Right.
We want to be scared. You watch them to be scared and for good storytelling. And that's Conjuring and Insidious and stuff like that. Now, hopefully these paranormal movies will kind of run its course and we can get back into some stuff. Because I'd kind of like to see the rebirth of the slasher a little bit.
Yeah.
But, that's just me. But an R-rated film, especially in a Western, you're just going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Now, Hostiles is rated R, and it's not super bad. It was still an excellent film, and I recommend anybody go watch it. But it didn't need to be.
Yeah.
But it didn't even need to be that.
Well,
But I mean, I understand what they were going for.
I watched with my dad. I watched Bone Tomahawk.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Bone Tomahawk was amazing until the end, where it's super outrageously gory.
Yeah.
Dude, that made me sick to my stomach. Like, that was way too much. It was way too much. But, I mean, up until then, it was amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and it still was. It just made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
And then, we tried watching The Hateful Eight, and I was anxiously anticipating Hateful Eight. My dad really wanted to see it because it was a new Western.
Well, that's right.
You know, he's seen a commercial for it, and then lo and behold, he had to put in that Samuel L. Jackson raped a man and all kinds of just F this, F that.
Because it's like Tarantino.
They can't do a straight Western. They have to do subgenres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, if you get a Western, it's a TV movie that's just dog shit.
The comedy.
And it's not even like back in the day where TV movies would come on and they were actually halfway decent because your family could watch them. Now they're shit because they're direct to DVD, or they're too gory and violent or something for people who would want to watch that because you're alienating your Western watchers. Like, why you even make them, I don't know at this point. Hostels is a different case. It's a big budget movie. I'm okay with that if it's good context, and it is there. It's you don't absolutely need it, but it's fine. But yeah, that's the problem. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you don't. But I don't know why you would attach. You don't need to be attaching people like Tarantino to this shit anyway.
No,
because people don't pay attention to marketing the way they should. They really don't. People, and I've learned this just not only from being kind of in the business of video or movies, but just, learning the psychology of people. People don't give a shit.
No.
They don't have the time anymore. We work too much. People work too much. We don't have the time of day to sit around. People watch TV and they can't even remember. I mean, shit. We're talking about. I mean, this tells you everything you need to know. Somebody just sits down one night. It's probably the only fucking time they get a chance to sit down during the week. Maybe it's a Thursday or Friday. And they sit down, watch a TV show, commercials come on, and Black Panther just came out, it's getting ready to release on DVD, but it just come out in theaters, we'll say. They're the kind, we're talking about a large number of people who will see that on TV and come straight to my video rental store and ask me for that movie.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have the Black Panther movie yet? No, it literally just released today in theater. Yeah. Oh, okay. That tells you everything you need to know on what your crowd is. You need to market better.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be marketing the way you are. And it's
I think they want to confuse people.
Maybe they do, but that's what I'm saying. Like your dad, he's seen Western.
Yeah.
And he fell for it hook, line, and sinker because he remembers the good old days. Oh, a new Western, and they make shit ones now. I'm gonna go watch this. I want to see this.
And then guess what?
It's
new
fucking Tarantino.
Yeah, it was another new shit one.
Yeah, because
Tarantino needs to hang it up.
He does. Or he doesn't need to be attached to shit that he shouldn't be. He's making a Manson movie. Why?
Yeah, why? Tarantino.
That might be more up his alley.
If he would have stopped making movies after his 5th or 6th one, I would have put him way up there as a filmmaker. But instead, he kept going, and guess what? He's ruined himself.
Yeah, and Charles Manson was a fairly eloquent speaker. He's going to talk. He's going to sound like Tarantino. I guarantee.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Did you see Kurt Russell's going to be in that too?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Because they're just
Man, I hate that.
Kurt Russell's going to be attached to everything he does probably now. Look, Kurt Russell, whatever. It's what he wants to do, man.
Best friggin' actor in the world.
Take the money and run.
Take the money and run. He was in Bone Tomahawk.
Whoa, take the money and run. And he was good in Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
You know who? Oh, frig, I can't remember his name. The guy with the mustache in Bone Tomahawk.
I don't remember.
Oh, man. Shit. I can't think of his name. I was super surprised by him.
Yeah.
The real flashy guy.
I don't remember.
It's been a while since I can't think of his name. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've got way off course like we always do.
We're talking about westerns on Naked Gun.
Yeah, but I mean that's fine. I just you kind of understand. I don't know. We're in a different time now, where we're probably never going to see a slapstick come back the same way.
Slapstick comedies and westerns are both.
They're gonna bring out really gory, stupid westerns that are low quality, low budget, bad acting, or terrible content that's going to alienate most of the people who want to see them.
Yeah.
Just like anybody who's looking for a good parody film or slapstick film is going to be it's going to be riddled with too many naked people and F words and nasty shit. Yeah. And I don't mind that if I know what I'm getting into.
If it's actually funny.
Because you watch those carbon copies that come out after Scary Movie. We had Epic Movie, Disaster Movie. Those are hot garbage.
Oh man, they are not good.
I mean, you have to be
all.
A 7-year-old shouldn't be watching it because of the content, but you have to be 7 to find it funny.
Yeah, and even then, I don't think a 7-year-old would think it's funny.
So ignorant.
7-year-old directed it.
Probably, yeah. It's an ignorant movie.
Are bad.
It's like a 4th grader learned a bunch of cuss words and then decided to shoot a movie.
They put out so many. Oh, sorry. They put out so many of them, all at the same time.
Yeah, in those several years.
What was the 300 one? Like $2.99.
Oh yeah, 300.
301.
Yeah, it's like some shit like that.
Yeah, or 305 because it was the guy's weight.
Okay.
Oh
yeah, this fat guy. Oh my god,
man, that's not funny.
No,
none of that was funny.
The guy Stan Helsing was one of them too. They come out with a Stan Helsing.
Stan Helsing.
That's kind of bad. That was really bad.
I think that Epic, or not, the Disaster Movie. I think that was probably the worst.
Yeah. Well, they're both all pretty bad.
Yeah, they're all pretty bad.
It's like because it was the same type of humor that like Scary Movie 4 and 5 picked up.
Yeah.
It's just super, super bad. Like you just guys took it to you didn't even try.
No.
Just way too far. I don't understand it.
Somebody has a lot of money, they could be investing in something good.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I
guarantee they got their money back though.
Oh, I'm sure they did because I'm sure it didn't cost much to make.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of really shitty effects in there, the green screen, and they used probably a really, really low budget. Made twice as much and called it good.
Yep.
And that's all they were looking for.
I think our only shot at a real good parody slapstick type is the Wayans brothers.
Really, right now, yeah.
I think
because Marlon's still hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're both pretty funny.
They're all still good at what they. I mean, even that one they did like post. It was like 2000. I think it's like 2000, 2001. Keenan did another one that was like a parody of Scream. And what was it? Was it I Know? It was like I Know What You Did Last Halloween or something. No, it was something. I need to figure out what the name of that was again. I can't remember. But that was that was decent.
I don't remember.
It wasn't as good as Scary Movie, but it was decent.
Man, I think Don't Be a Menace is one of the best.
Oh, Don't Be a
parody
Menace
movies ever. It is. Yeah. It is one of the best.
Don't Be a Menace is a really good movie.
But I don't know. I think they are our only saving grace
at the moment. Unfortunately,
at the moment, without Leslie alive, I don't see. I
think we're gonna have to just sit around and wait and hope that they come up with somebody.
I think so too.
Sit around and see if anybody, because I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that could fill his shoes.
No. Till then, just watch these Blu-rays and DVDs.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, till then, just watch Police Squad and Naked Gun all the time, and then the rest of Leslie Nielsen stuff.
The new Baywatch was pretty funny. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad.
Well, and that was like Baywatch was okay, and Chips was okay.
Chips was good.
Chips was better than Baywatch.
Yeah. I thought Chips was really.
That was
good.
that was just kind of a revamped. Kind of making fun of. I mean, you could call it a parody, I guess, but I don't know if it's not the same thing. But that
I would say Baywatch was a parody of
that
honestly, Baywatch.
Well, yeah, but that might be the best way to go at this point is just to do those like the softer parodies,
the fake reboot
kind of things where
the joke reboot.
But you're gonna get mostly
garbage.
Dirty,
you're
humor
gonna get
with
mostly,
it, like
right.
Chips, which I thought was hilarious.
Chips was really dirty.
Because you just turned an innocent show that everybody watched in the 70s into this filth that was, hilarious.
Yeah.
But at least it was funny, for the most part. Anyway, any closing thoughts on this? Or Naked Gun that we actually started talking about?
I don't know. I can't wait for
It's hard to sit down. I wish I would have wrote down some jokes. It's hard to sit down and think because it's so many jokes. It's just all just humor. But
and they kind of run together.
They do.
Just
you forget which ones are.
Well, like I said earlier, I watch all three. Whenever I watch one, I watch all of them.
Yeah.
And I remember two more than I remember any of them. I think for some reason, it feels like I've seen two more.
I don't know.
I know they showed.
I've seen them all a bunch.
They've shown two on TV more than anything.
Yeah. They used to. I don't know. I don't even know if they still show them on TV. I don't watch TV as much, though.
I think 1 and 2 are great. I think 3's watchable.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. But all right, I guess that's going to do it for this episode of Macho Movie Madness. We will see you all next week. Take care.
Bye.